when we discussed this internally, I felt there's a big disconnect between the level at which plan targets and plan policies and so on are discussed at one level and the way in which policies are actually discussed in practice at the level where the ordinary citizen actually understands or feels the impact of policy. And I think what Arun was saying was that we need mechanisms where these different stakeholders can somehow come. There are instruments, tools, techniques, strategies, knowledgeable people who basically bring together these different people. One of the things they do is what you see up there on the board, stick a lot of points of view on boards. And I can see the point, if somebody has a very strong point of view, and you take a little yellow sticker and stick his point of view on top, there's a sense that you've participated. The guy says, aha, I've been heard. And if then hundreds of other yellow stickers are being stuck on the same sticker, then he feels, well, I've got a lot of support. But if nobody takes that view, he probably himself moderates his own position and feels that, well, maybe for some reason the world is not ready for his particular solution, whatever it is. So I think that I felt there was merit in this being. We can't do it in the Planning Commission, but we're happy to associate ourselves, participate in, endorse, bless. I think this would be a way of making the policy debate more real rather than sort of, I was going to use the term academic, but either academic or rarefied, whatever you like. And I just hope that the IbIn, my test to Arun was that if in the course of the next year, I mean, the life of this Planning Commission is coterminous with the life of the government, and since we expect an election next May, we have a whole year. So I said, if at the end of this year, he could report back that having been launched, the initiative, by the way, is endorsed by the 12th plan. It is part of the plan. It has therefore been endorsed by the cabinet. It's part of the plan that was endorsed by the NDC. So it's not some kind of a unauthorized new idea. In fact, I briefed the Prime Minister that we're doing this and it's being launched, and he sends his good wishes. I don't have an actual message, but I mean he's aware that we are launching this thing, and I said, look, let's see what it's like. I think if at the end of 1 year, if there are 3 essentially controversial issues where it can be said that, as a result of this process, you've kind of converged very substantially on what would be called an agreement, I think it would have made a real contribution. Now, if it proves to be successful, the great advantage is it could be done over and over again, not necessarily only at national levels. And many of these things are state government issues. So, I mean, one can imagine some chief ministers wanting to do it, others may or may not want to do it, but, and it doesn't have to be just one person doing it. I mean, I'm delighted that India at 75 has been the first one to respond and taking on the responsibility. But as far as we are concerned, if there's some other organization that wants to take the lead in solving some other problem, we would be very happy. This is really a decentralized encouragement of problem-solving techniques. And whoever succeeds is doing a good job.